I made my brother slap himself at his own funeral. My brother Nate told us he was dying of cancer 6 months ago. He shaved his head, lost weight, and my mom was bawling her eyes out for weeks. My dad started drinking again, and everyone started treating Nate like he had paper skin and glass bones. He kept saying he only had 3 months to live and started this whole bucket list thing where we all had to spend quality time with him before he died, which mostly involved us taking him to dinner and paying for his meals. I started getting these weird feelings that something was off, but everyone said I was just in denial about losing my brother. I saw that Nate ordered camping gear on Amazon when he was supposed to be bedridden, but my mom said he probably ordered it before he got sick and forgot to cancel. One time I even saw him at the gym after he told everyone he was too weak to get out of bed. When he saw me, he tried to hide behind a treadmill even though he's 6'2". When that didn't work, he tried to tell me he was there for physical therapy, but he was lifting weights and drinking a protein shake. I tried to tell my family, but they said that sometimes sick people get random bursts of energy, and I shouldn't judge how he spends his final days. My mom was also crying all the time, but I swear sometimes it seemed fake. When I mentioned it to my aunt, she said grief makes people act strange and I needed therapy. My cousin told me I was being cruel and that I would regret doubting everyone when Nate was actually gone. Everyone kept telling me I was losing it, and maybe they were right. Nate died last week, and at the funeral, everyone was sobbing while I sat there convinced it was all fake. They had him in an open casket, and everyone was talking about how much they loved him while I sat there studying his face for signs of breathing. During my mom's eulogy about his brave battle, I couldn't take it anymore and walked up to the casket. Everyone probably thought I was going to say goodbye, but instead I picked up his supposedly dead hand. I lifted his own hand to his face and started doing that thing where you make someone hit themselves while saying in my most annoying little brother voice, "Why are you hitting yourself, Nate? Stop hitting yourself." Everyone gasped in absolute horror, and my mom screamed, "What is wrong with you?" But I kept going because I knew he was faking. "Come on, Nate, stop hitting yourself. All you have to do is stop hitting yourself. Why won't you stop hitting yourself?" His eyes started twitching and his jaw clenched. I could see him trying so hard not to react, but I just kept slapping him with his own hand until finally he grabbed my wrist and shot up screaming, "I will end you!" Everyone at the funeral absolutely lost their minds when my dead brother sat up in his coffin and started trying to strangle me. My grandma threw her purse at him and screamed, "Zombie!" before running straight into a wall and knocking herself out cold. My uncle started recording but dropped his phone in the holy water while backing away and yelling, "The power of Christ compels you!" Everyone else stampeded toward the exits, knocking over flower arrangements and stepping on each other like it was Black Friday at Walmart in the 2000s. Nate was climbing out of the casket yelling, "I can explain!" My mom tried to fake faint for sympathy, but nobody caught her, so she just kind of laid there on the floor pretending to be unconscious, while obviously peeking through one eye. Nate chased me around the funeral home screaming about how I ruined everything, while the funeral director just stood there in complete shock. The funeral director called the cops, the insurance company, and probably his therapist. It turns out my mom was in on the whole thing, and they were going to split the life insurance money and move to another country. They're both getting charged with fraud, and I'm getting uninvited from Christmas for the next decade. But watching my brother rise from the dead just to try to murder me was honestly the funniest thing I have ever seen in my life.